One of my favorite and most essential parts of my troubleshooting on macOS involves this external boot drive. So this guy here I have set up to boot from macOS High Sierra or Catalina. I also have a bunch of other macOS install files on it, so if I need to install a different version of macOS on a client's computer, I can just boot from this drive here and install whatever version of macOS I like. Let me show you around. When booting from an external disk like this on a Mac, you turn the computer on and immediately hold the Option key. Keep holding it until you see a list of icons show up. In this case, I can boot from install High Sierra, install macOS Mojave, install macOS Catalina, High Sierra install, or just Catalina. These two here are my actual macOS installs, and I generally boot from them. This model can only use High Sierra, so I select this one. The computer boots like a normal Mac would, except for it's just booting from that external SSD right there. You'll notice that all these icons are on the side, indicating they're all individual containers. Let's hop over to Disk Utility. In Disk Utility under Partitions here, you can see that the external drive is partitioned a number of times to account for all of the different versions of macOS that are required to have their own individual installers. The actual install of the operating system needs to have a larger partition size so you can have room for the actual data required to run the operating system. I can make a separate video if anyone is interested on how to make this kind of master boot drive for all these external installers. The reason you would need this kind of external boot drive kind of varies. There's a bunch of things you could use it for. Not all issues in a computer present themselves on separate user accounts or separate installs of the macOS. It's just kind of used in the troubleshooting process to rule out whether it is user related or operating system related. This is technically a fresh install of a macOS, so if you can duplicate the issue here, it could be hardware related, and if you can't, it's most likely related to the install that you're working with. That about sums up my external boot drive. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one.